It was a fine evening, well into the weekend. I had nothing to study, so I made a cup of coffee and sat to continue reading my book. What book, you ask? It was called Shogun by James Clavell, a book filled to its brim with politics and war. But despite being engrossed in a tale of glory and power, I came across something that threw me completely off. Something that contrasted the feudal Japans with its bloodthirst and revenge. An expression by one of the main characters. A phrase that was constructed so beautifully and described a part of my life that I've completely forgotten. The night's beautiful, and so is she, and she belongs to another. We all want many things in life. To be happy, rich, and most importantly, to be free. Sometimes all of these things can take place at the right time and effort. Want a car? Work hard, get a job, save up. Want to get a good job? Study hard, score well, and plan your life ahead. We know what we have to do in order to obtain something. With having answers to basically all of life's questions, there are some things we don't have answers to. And one of those things is love. Love, at the start, is always innocent. In a way, it's beautiful even. Being loved and to love someone comes naturally at a young age. Your parents, for example, love you limitlessly and you do the same. During your childhood, there was never a time where you had to force yourself or were tired of loving someone that much. But only as you grow older, your ability to love someone unconditionally is put to the absolute test. We've all been taught of unconditional love. Every religion, every book, even every show you watch has made sure to drill that concept into your brain. And I've been one of those victims. To love someone unconditionally is to love someone devoid of any expectations, and I mean any. Love shouldn't be expecting something in return anyways. It's not symbiosis, but we make it out to be. We're not animals or plants to be doing that. We're humans who add layers of complexity over ourselves to make us feel superior. Pathetic, I know. But that's ultimately what separates us from them. The ability to love someone unconditionally. Some can and some can't, but everybody tries. Everybody tries to live without expecting anything in return. Because when you do, you often end up hurt. The night's beautiful, and love is no different from that. But if you expect the sky to be filled with stars every time, you're the one let down. There was a time when I liked someone I thought was perfect in every way. No one could be, but she's not no one, I thought. But you see, like I mentioned before, life is not all about hard work. It's also about the right time. You can never ask your parents to buy something when they're running errands or when they're screaming at your siblings. We all know that. And yet, when it comes to love, we are blinded from knowing what the right time is. Despite liking her, I didn't think it would be fair to ask her out within a couple of months of knowing each other. Maybe it's just an infatuation, I thought. Maybe the idea of me being attracted to someone sounded interesting than the lifeless void I've been living in until then. But you see, the more valid reasons you find for why something shouldn't be, the more compelled you are to search for why it should be. Read that again. So I did. I asked her out. Fast forward. It's almost been 2 years since then. We're good friends now. Better friends even. Sure, there were times when I felt like being on withdrawal. Like my innocence telling me there was still a chance. But sooner I've come to realize that time cannot rewind. Time can only heal. Only mend what was caused. It was nobody's fault, nor do I blame anyone, but it was time that had decided our fate. Love doesn't fade, it's just suppressed and buried deep inside. You don't hate anyone for not reciprocating. You just learn to see them as individuals with their own feelings and emotions. Love for them is the same as it is for us. It's just not with the same person. Chopin taught me things that I never expected from a novel about wars and history. But it did teach me that some things are not meant for us. As the moon is beautiful in the sky, so is she in your life. You don't possess a moon just because you like it, nor do you possess her just because you like her. And that's the difference between love and unconditional love.